sit in the lobby, show me something, keep it soft and tell nobody in your city, smoke exotics. Spin it slow.
Alrighty, Rosettes, so I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. Just a pretty low ponytail with a deep side part. So the first item you're going to need is a spray bottle. You're only going to need this if you're doing this style while your hair is dry. I do recommend you doing this while your hair is super wet, especially if you have the texture I have. I just recommend that your hair is soaking wet because it's easier to pull and just really slick your hair back and get it really flat and like just really fleeky, honey, looking like you got a perm. So, but this day, you know, I had stuff to do, so I just had to use a spray bottle. But the next step you want to do is do your parting. I like to do my parting first before I start doing my gel and everything, because honey, if you try to do this part with all that gel in your hair, like, it's just, honey, we want to work smarter, not harder. We don't have the time for that. We're trying to do this and get out, you know, to get our coins. This style really only takes me about 15-20 minutes, so it's really easy. I like my parts to be like curved in a way. You can do a straight part if that's what you're into, but I like, you know, I like a little curve, okay? So what I like to do is the swoop part, I like to put that out of the way because it's easier to do that part at the end of gelling your whole hair down. So what I'm doing right now is just adding some more water because my hair like had dried out but by the time like I did this video. So you just want to make sure you wet it enough. If you don't care about it being like super slick down, you can do this style while your hair is dry, but this is a good style to do that it requires minimum heat. So this is a really good protective style, and it lasts about 3 to 5 days if you wrap your hair up at night. So right now you just want to work the water in. Just really work that water in because you don't want a lot of dry pieces. For the gel, I'm going in with the Eco Styler gel in the olive oil one. I've been using this for years. Okay, it does the job. It do what it needs to do. It's, you know, it's a whole man. But no, what you want to do now is just section your hair off. I do this about 4 times, just like 4 little sections, but you just want to coat your hair in the gel. So as you can see, since my hair is dry, I have to use a little more gel. So that's why I say make sure your hair is like super wet if you have my hair texture. That way you can really coat the hair while it's wet better than you can coat it while it's dry. If it's dry, you're gonna have to use more gel because, you know, it's dry and you want to make sure it's slick and flat, you know what I'm saying? So once you get to the second section, you want to make sure that you tie it. This is just gonna start the molding process. If you just leave it out all while, it's not gonna start molding the hair. You want to start molding the hair so it's slick down and it knows what to do. Okay, you got to train your hair like you have to train these men. Okay, you got to get it together, sis. But no, so as you can see, I'm just coating the hair, kind of running my fingers through it, and I don't use the brush at this point because I don't like a lot of tension on my hair. So what I like to do is just mold it down with my hands first, and then once I get done with all the sections, then I go in with the brush. But you know, you could do it whatever makes you happy. So now that I got to the last part, I just, you know, turn forward. We don't have to, you know, look back at it anymore, you know. So right now what I'm doing is just really coating the top part, and this is what's most important. You really want to coat the top part. You could be a little sloppy in the back, but the top part is most important because that's where you're going to start brushing it down and making it blend in and slick down. So at this point, I kind of just take my hand and mold it down. So as you can see, you know, it's getting there, it's doing it or whatever. So you want to take a dimming brush. A dimming brush is really good for natural hair. If you don't have a dimming brush, sis, you ain't natural, period. Okay, period. But you want a dimming brush because it's really gonna like get in and really separate your hair and just kind of just detangle as you're combing it out, and that is what's going to allow you to get it really, really flat. So as you can see, it's flat, but y'all, I'm telling you, when my hair is soaking wet, it's even flatter. But depending on your hair type, you know, you could do it depending on how the gel reacts to your hair, you'll be fine. Because this gel, Eco Styler gel, it really lays my hair down. I know it doesn't do that for a lot of people, but honey, it gets me all the way together, and I'm here for it. Okay, so the magic trick is this edge tamer by Eben. It's a 24-hour edge tamer. What I do is take a brush, okay, a little bit of brush, and you want to put the edge control all over the gel while it's slicked down. This is just going to act as like molding. Y'all know how y'all be getting those quick weaves and they be putting all that clear stuff on, just really molding your hair down. Honey, this is what this edge control is gonna do, sis. So pretty much we're going to wet that top, and pretty much you want to do the same thing. So you're going to section it off in like 3 sections and add the gel. And the only reason you're sectioning it off is because you don't want any dry pieces. You want to make sure your hair is all the way coated, and that's the only way it's going to lay down. If you be sloppy and just put the gel all over it, and you come to me DMing me telling me it didn't work out for you, sis, I'm gonna ask you, did you follow directions? So pretty much I'm doing the same process that I did in the back, but here's the trick. For your swoop, once you brush it out, you want to use a comb. The comb is pretty much just going to distribute all of that gel and make it lay super flat. So as you can see, the comb is allowing me to really push that gel into the hair and get it super flat. So this is where you kind of like start to swoop it and use your comb to make the swoop. So you can make this as deep, you can pull it out a little further if you want to, but the comb is just going to allow you to get it really flat. So you want to take that edge control again and lay it on top just to kind of seal it in. So you just want to look at the edge control as a sealer pretty much. Okay, so now what I like to do is just take the brush and just brush that part in where I'm going to do my edges, because you want to make sure that baby is flat, honey, real flat. And I do use the brush as well to make sure that the edges of the swoop is just swooping on over. Okay. So now I just take that comb, and how I do my edges is I just swoop down and I swoop down like a curve and bring the hair back. So that's just going to give you these pretty waves, okay? And it's just, oh my God, honey, it's so pretty. Like, y'all, it's so pretty. And then I just go back over it with the brush, and then I just pull a little bit out with the brush as well. And honey, yes, baby, hers. So I'm just going to take a scarf and tie this down. So what I do is I take a scarf, tie it down, and then I blow dry it while the scarf is on. So you want to take a blow dryer and blow dry it while the scarf is on. If you have like a head, like the big blow dryers that you sit up under, honey, that's even better. Honey, that will get you real together. But you want to do this for about 10 minutes, just so the gel, you just really want to make sure that gel is dry but not too dry, because once it starts getting really dry, that's when it like cakes up and looks hard. So you just want to make sure you are allowing that gel to dry and, you know, just soak up into your hair. So after I blow dry it for about 10 minutes, I still let the scarf sit on for about 20 minutes or what have you. I normally do this right before I do my makeup, so by the time I'm done with my makeup, you're Gucci. So when taking your scarf off, look at Leah. Taking your scarf off, just be real careful. So what you want to do is brush out the back, because it's probably got a little poofy from the gel, and you know you want to put a little ant back there. So you want to make sure that that little bun is as small as that ant. Okay, so what I do is just wrap the track, like take a piece of the track and wrap it around, and then I pretty much just wrap it around like you're doing a normal ponytail. This is the same step that you would use to do like a high ponytail, a side ponytail, a down ponytail, a wild ponytail, like any ponytail. This is how I do it. I use the bun method because my hair is shorter. If your hair is longer, you can braid your hair and start wrapping the track from the bottom of the braid, if that's the style. You know, it'll look kind of the same, but it's easier if you have longer hair. If you have shorter hair, honey, put that thing in a bun. Okay, we don't have time to be braiding and doing all that. Okay. So once you get to the end, you just want to take a small piece and just pin it. Just take a little bobby pin and pin it. So with me, I like my ponytails to be super full, so I'm taking another track. However, I like to go the opposite way. I notice going the opposite way just allows it to be a little tighter. Instead of going the same way, it just bulks up. It's hard to explain, but trust me, if you use 2 bundles, go the opposite way on the second bundle. It's going to allow you to just pull it a little tighter and just get it really close to your bun, if that makes sense. So what you want to do is just wrap it around, you know, bring it around sound. Oh, bring it around sound, honey. So basically, once you get towards the end, you want to take out a small amount to wrap it around. So basically, you want to conceal the track. So before you do that, you want to make sure that you pin it down. Okay, pin that baby down, because if somebody try to run up on you, just know that your ponytail not going nowhere. So what I like to do is just take some water and run my fingers through it. This hair is Indian, just raw Indian curly hair, so it works the best when it's moisturized. It's literally straight off of someone's head, so you have to treat it, it's very high maintenance. You have to treat it like it's someone's hair. So y'all know when y'all hair dry, it be breaking off, doing its thing, okay, falling on the floor. So you want to make sure that this hair is very moisturized, with some coconut oil in it, or you know, just wet it, you know, keep it moisturized, keep it moist. Okay, so then you want to just take a piece. I like to do probably like 1 inch, just a nice thick piece, and just wrap it around, but make sure you're wrapping it around flat. And you just want to take another bobby pin and bobby pin it down. This hair would match, this hair really does match my hair. It is a little brown because it comes off of someone's head, but if I dyed this hair black, it would look literally perfect. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you know, try this out. If you do, let me know. Tag me in your pics or videos, or let me know. Yeah, if you want to see more hair tutorials with my natural hair, let me know. Love you.